Okay, so Poland has been conquered, and we are now presented with a choice of either conquering southern Norway, this part, or Norway North, which is actually the middle of Norway around Trondheim. Real Norway North is outside of the scope of the game, because basically by the time the fighting in Narvik is over, you're too late to join in the invasion of the Low Countries and France. Yes, by the way, I live there where the most pointer is pointing. So, Norway North is a small amphibious landing around Trondheim, and then you can deploy more units there and take this area, but I prefer the Norway South option. It has a mix of paratroopers, ships, and ground combat in difficult terrain, very different from Poland. So, I accept.
Ah, Herr General, there you are.
There he is.
I was talking to my friend Nikolaus, and we have just a new assignment for you. High Command has given the go-ahead for Operation Weserübung, and I want you to take a lead.
So we capture all victory hexes, and this time I can't scroll.
Your main target is the capture of Oslo, and heavy cruiser Blücher has been assigned to
Blücher
escort
is
your
here.
landing
It's weekend. It's been hit by the Oscarsborg fort. Why it isn't sunk, I don't know, because that's what's really happened.
We need to secure major ports along the coast from here. To aid you,
we're just gonna skip
have
this.
every confidence in your abilities.
Normally you can scroll around here, but probably a setting in the scenario setup that prevents it. Not important. I'm just going to end briefing here. Okay, so welcome to Norway South. I had to take a little break, but I am back now. We can just have a quick look at the map. It is a little bit larger and more complex than the Polish maps. We can see we have 3 objectives here: Lillehammer, Kjeller Airport, Oslo. And we have a supply hex here. It's not a victory hex, but it can be a way to get ashore and get supplies. Otherwise we can take Kristiansand. It's a supply hex. This fort is not a victory hex, so I'm tempted to just ignore it, but we also have to take out Stavanger and Bergen. And here we only have 2 + 2, so we can only send small forces. Our main point of departure is here. So, and we can look at the terrain. It's a lot of hills and some mountains, so tanks aren't exactly suited here. So I will put 4 units here, and they will all sail up to Bergen. Meanwhile, my main force will land in this area, take out Kristiansand. 1 part will go to Stavanger, capture it, and then race back here, while the other half cleans out these 2 minor towns here. This is Larvik. I used to live there for a short while, or in a village right next to it. And hopefully the plan is to have Bergen cleaned out and the small force racing in to establish a second front here as about the same time as I go on the attack. An even more conservative way of doing it would be to just land everything here, clean out this, go forward, mop this up, and then send 1 force to capture Lillehammer and another one all the way around to Bergen. I think that depends on how much prestige and how many unit slots I have. So yeah, so let's go over to purchasing some new units and upgrading. And these are my auxiliaries. I start with Blücher, historically sunk in Oslofjord next to Oscarsborg, but here it has only taken 4 damage. But it cannot escape from the fjord here, so I think I will need to help it a bit. And I also have a smaller cruiser here, destroyers, and 2 patrol boats, or fast boats actually. Schnellboat. Or also have 2 paras here. One is already in the plane and the other one is on the ground. And you can see I have some strategic transports. I can have 8 ships on the water at the same time. I can fly up to 4 units, plus this one. And I have 2 train transports. And you can see railways run here, and also run all the way up here. And you can see railroad, minor road, railroad. So we can move along these railroads if we need to rebase a lot. It can speed up transportation quite a bit. The first thing is I don't think we will be using this flak. I mean, the Norwegians will have some air power, but not enough to justify using that one. So out it goes. I will also have 0 use for bridge engineers in this scenario. So that is just not happening. I will also have about 0 use for tanks, because they have 0 close defense, and they will be taking an enormous amount of damage from infantry. I mean, I could justify having 1 maybe, or I could just as well bring my recon car. It is almost as tough and provides the recon bonus as well. And then of course this 0 slot 0 is completely wasted. So after sending these 2 tanks into the reserve, I will remove the 0 slot 0 and unassigning, and you can see my slots go in the roof, but I will remove that tank as well. And this is my no retaliation hero, which I will upgrade, and now the half tracks are available. And half tracks are special in that they don't have a lot of attack, 2 soft, 1 hard, but they add that to the stats of the Grenadier. So this one has 13 and 10, but of course now it is max overstrength and it has a half track, so it costs a lot of slots. But that is okay, because I will immediately put my 0 slot. Yes, there you can see the new hero. He's a shock tactics hero, so when I attack, I pin the unit in place by destroying its movement points. And I have gotten this hero before, and it is not one of the best ones, but it is not bad. I have had good use putting it on the 110. And then I pin a unit in place and I attack it, and it cannot retreat because it has no movement, and then it will surrender. So it's pretty good. It's not incredibly good, but it's pretty good. So I will upgrade now. I mean, replenish this guy, and I will of course replenish this guy, but I will also take it down to 10.5 centimeter, and you can see almost the same cost here. Now there's soft attack here, and the Norwegians don't have any tanks, so this makes sense. I will do the same with this. Remember to give it a little truck. Can I overstrength it any? Yeah, I can cheaply overstrength it. Maybe I will do that. But I think I will have 1 more artillery instead. I can afford that. And now we can look a bit at my infantry. I have my pioneers here. Then we gain the benefit of a half track, and I may also decide to overstrengthen them. I haven't decided yet. This I don't need, so I'm turning it into a Jäger. And this is a normal infantry, yes. It also gets to be a Jäger. And it gets to be a second Pioneer. If I have enough prestige, I'm not sure, I could maybe give these guys trucks in case I have to quickly redeploy them, but I don't think that will be needed. So I have 7 more slots. You see they become quite cheap. Now I have 2 more. Can I possibly upgrade these guys a bit? No. This guy I meant. Oh, those pioneers already have enough strength. So I have 6 powerful infantry, 1 recon. We have these guys, 3 artillery, and I think I will treat myself to a single strategic bomber. And that's all my points and most of my prestige. And this has the double attack, of course. This one is about 0 slots and no retaliation, so that one hits really hard. This has the tank killer trait, not used in this scenario, and this has the new shock tactic 0, which I think is good. Not amazing, but good. Yeah, I think we can roll with this. And now the question is, should I really split my forces and send this group over here? Yes, I think I can do that. I get 1 artillery down here. And they get the Pioneer up here. And they get one of the... well, this Jäger doesn't have a truck. Maybe I should just give it a truck. I have enough prestige. It's not prestige lost. I can always take it back in another scenario. Recon. Grenadier. Pioneer. Artillery. More artillery. Do I need 2 infantry? I can have 3 infantry. Not sure I need all this infantry. I might as well give it a truck. I have enough. And this one doesn't give it a truck. Have a plan for this, no promise. I think I have an even better plan. Okay, I should now be ready to play. I want to use this to sink as much of this guy as possible. I might even take all of this guy when I think about it. Sorry for... So, even at minus 60% prestige, I still had enough to sort of do what I wanted to. And the zero slot hero helped a lot, but also the infantry general trait really shines in this scenario. So now we should be ready, and this is a little bit cloudy weather. I'll start by bombing this guy, and I will have to send my plane to protect it. See, I can't really do much there. Time to have a look around. Okay, there is a submarine. Block it so it doesn't get to my little boats here. This one is of course a little bit exposed, you could say. Let's get airborne. And we don't want to put it where the evil submarine can get to it, but the evil submarine can't get to it if I put it here because of zone of control. And I don't want to get too close to the naval fort, because it has, if I go there, it can sink me. And I cannot go here because then zone of control can't help me. There. And these guys will just pull back. This has 4 spotting, so I want to be outside that range. They will group up. So what possibly happens now is, of course, Leisure here gets shelled some more. Because of the cloudy weather, we were not able to sink the patrol boat and escape the fjord after all. And of course this Stuka is a likely target for enemy airplanes. So BF 110. This is an anti-aircraft gun. Here I can only inflict suppression. Try to attack this patrol boat. I fly over and I drop, and I'm happy with that location, I think. Just note that this guy here, he has no supply, because I don't get control any hexes here. This guy, he can fly, but he cannot drop since he boarded his... So you could say it is better to wait one more round until I'm ashore, but it's okay. And okay, he decides to go for the BF-110. It's more capable. Okay. Okay, that wasn't so bad. But you can see now. Okay, if it remains alone on land, if I do not capture a Victory X now, it will start on the next turn to gain points of suppression. a quick look around. Okay. And you can see this is a bomber, a big one, so it cannot attack the little guy. And I will move this over here, but I will also try to shoot this guy down, but it is clouded again, so I will have limited. Okay, he survived. Now that guy is gone. That submarines and other ships have something called single entity, so they remain combat effective unless their remaining strength. They remain combat effective. They shoot at full strength until dead. But of course, if they are suppressed, this guy has one suppression and one, so he can't actually do damage. And now I disembark. And you can immediately do something. And why was he able to shoot after debarking? Maybe because of his double attack. Maybe yes, landing ate only one of his attack. I never thought about that actually. Interesting. But now you can see my guys are ashore. And next time we will take this. And I don't see any reason to move down in the lowlands there. We'll just remain in that spot. Now I have freed up some landing craft, so I can embark this guy. I just have to be careful, because if I go into either of these places, he can reach me, and if I go over here, he can bomb me with that. So I think that this one has 3 spotting, yes. So it has a very good range for spotting. So I will set up. No, of course not. I will set up a better block here. Yes, I need to move these guys. Okay, so there's just one infantry there. So I almost forgot. I have to move Bleacher out of harm's way. That's the whole point of this exercise. And there's another ship as well. I think this guy is in some trouble. How much is the movement of this guy? 3 movement. 1, 2. Did I forget any? Next unit. No. Goodbye, Sammy. You didn't see what happened, his naval port shot at me. Okay, so my planes are out of commission, so it's a good thing that I was able to sink that submarine and get Richard out of harm's way. Ability to fire in support, so Navy forces surrender. How far can this now go? It can go down here. Capture and move forward. This fort is of course extremely annoying, but there's not much I can do at this time. And the reason I can still... Never mind. It is of course adjacent. I can't go too close because then I get shelled. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can see those guys now. Then I might as well repair it. It is just 16 prestige, so I can afford that. So now I'm on shore. So this is encircled now, but I will quickly capture this supply hex, and then suddenly not so. I mean, this has 1 strength left, so it could attack at full strength, but it has 1 suppression, so that's not happening. I would like to put some suppression on this guy as well, because now we can shoot at maybe this artillery, and I'd rather avoid that, but there is no way around it. So now you can see already here. No, this was the guy. He has 4 suppression, and the reason is I have deadly grasp, so he gets double the normal penalties for his attack. No, for his encirclement. So. I could go in here and finish him, but I will actually do this. And now we can clearly see what happens here. Current initiative penalty and accuracy penalty, nothing. Because now I'm still outside the range of the fort, which is 3, but I can put some suppression on this guy. And now he has 8 suppression, so we can shoot with only. And then I will use my Jaeger. And he retreats. And I finish him off and take the supply hex. Yes, he can't actually get. Yes, I can get the shore here. And I can move over here. So now I have a rather strong force in this area, ready to advance on Oslo. Okay, so we have sunny weather. I might as well do this. I will set up a defensive position here. And I'm going ashore here. I would like to stand in close terrain, backed up by my artillery piece. I will train my bomber a bit. I don't need to escort these guys because whatever fighters he have are up in this area. So we can have a little spotting. Yeah, aren't a lot of units there. This one can have an escort. And I'm not really feeling that I need this paratrooper at this time, so we can just wait. There's no point. I'm not going to drop. I'm just flying over. Or I could maybe rebase him. No. Paratroopers don't work like other planes. They have a sort of like the Panzer Corps 1 movement where they can move their distance and then they just magically hang around in the air for any number of turns. It's very strange, but that's how it's implemented. I don't agree with it, but okay. I don't think there is any more for me to do. So, and there. Now I could see one of his little boats sneaking up the coast. This is a Pioneer, so it has a huge bonus attack against forts. I don't have to do this, but I might as well. And here we can see the AI has some units. And I don't want to lose my trucks, so I used forced march to get up on the mountain. This one is basically irrelevant now, it will just starve to death. It cannot recover those suppressions, so it can never shoot again. I think I forgot to actually move my infantry guys here. That was a mistake. It's not much of a demonstration if I keep forgetting everything, is it? Could maybe start rebasing them now. Let's remember to move them this time. So now it's encircled. There is nothing left for me to do here. And remember, he has a destroyer somewhere in this area. Here he comes. There he is. And he goes for the big guy. And that is, of course, okay. How this fort is no longer encircled, I have no idea. It cannot trace to any supply hex. There is a lot of fjords here, so I don't know. Looks buggy to me. I think I will take a screenshot and ask for an explanation. The developers are very friendly and helpful, so they will explain, or if there is a bug, they will fix it. It's raining again. Recon bonus. And I don't want to... These are just auxiliary units, aren't they? Yes. Can make him retreat, and this guy can maybe wipe him out. I will already start sending him back. He's not needed here. They can clean up. The paratroopers can board their planes and fly over this way. Then repair it again. It's just 32 prestige. It's nothing. I could attack, but there is absolutely no nothing to gain by doing so. To treat this guy back here. Yes, let's try not to forget this. Okay, I was wondering if I could maybe reach this guy with my artillery. Clearly not. I can do this. It's a good start, I think. And again, there is absolutely no rush because my combat group isn't ready here at all. Not quite good enough yet. This guy has no more ships to sink. Now we can move a bit forward. Again, no rush. No, no need. Yeah, he surrenders. Beacon car captures, start driving back. No, I don't know. We are ready to join the assault. Doesn't have an attack action, so it can't actually board this turn. And here you can see this one is now in port, so it can actually repair damage. I'm not going to repair damage because there's nothing to gain for me by doing that, but I could do it if I wanted to. So you can't repair in the middle of the ocean, but you can repair here. This one guy is encircled now, so it's in big trouble. I can't even speak. I'm just gonna kill him to gain experience. Oh, I couldn't kill it properly. And you can see high ground, and you get +1 spotting and +1 range for artillery. And of course use this one to take them out. Now it's clear weather, so okay, he has a 3-strength plane here, anti-aircraft, some infantry in the towns. Let's finish the Bergen situation. Let's get some. This one provides engineering bonus. This one provides mass attack, so His engineer ignores his entrenchment completely, and he has 3 points of suppression, and I get 2 points of mass attack, so the odds are pretty good. It's not an auto win by any. This is. I refuse to back down. It's Norwegians like that. And my advance on Oslo has begun. Let's just not be too hasty, because my other guys aren't completely ready yet. So. There's some suppression damage. Raining again. I'm not bothering taking this city because I can do that later. No, that was not so wise. Let's just do this. I couldn't count properly. That's sometimes a challenge. Not much I can do with my planes. This one can go to port. These will just hang here for the rest of the match, not much they can do. This guy will just go ahead. Shoots at me. He doesn't have a lot of attack against ground units, which is a good thing. So now this can get into the air. More range than the fort, so I can shell it from beyond range. Taking it. And if I move here, he could come out, move here, and attack my artillery, so I don't want that, so I'm just putting my artillery here. Putting some suppression on this guy. Okay, so got a little bit interrupted there. Attacking from up here to get the high ground bonus. Forced March works with transports also, so you can give your truck 9 movement points and then you suddenly can move quite a bit further and disembark. It's maybe a little bit strange, but that's how it works. Now I have, of course, not yet captured this airport. I haven't stressed with that because I don't want to overextend my line, so my planes can just hang out in this area. Okay, my second paratrooper is here. And you see sometimes they miss a jump, but you can always move afterwards, so it's not a big deal. There he comes. He didn't want to attack me. And it is of course raining again. Doesn't sink my little ship. Yeah, pointless. Still have 8 turns left, so I was going to rebase those aircraft, but I don't think they will play a very major part in this. Okay, it's gonna get hurt. I did a surprising amount of damage. Yes, this is Norwegian mountain infantry. If you look at the stat panel, they are pretty good. And then we can look at the log. So it's close defense, so it uses 16 attacks, and it has a small weather penalty. Yes, it's a good example. It was bad weather, so it has a fairly good chance of 1 kill for suppressed. Oh, that was the artillery, of course. This is the mountain infantry. Entrenchment, weather, so a lot of modifiers there. And I have only 0 close defense, because, yes, close defense and heavy infantry. So, even with the artillery, it managed to do quite a bit of, and it rolled better than real result predicted, so it got lucky. But then again, I also got lucky. But that is the only. I would hesitate to call it serious damage. Okay, they have a guy up in the corner here as well. I think I'm just going to use this one like this. Very flexible. Okay, that was weird. No, it wasn't so weird actually. This is much better because this is the radar, so it does a bit of damage. But as you can see, if you look at the combat log, that was the wrong, this one. So artillery, no, where's the patrol boat? Okay. I don't know. I think that was a minor bug there. It confused this with the patrol boat or something. So they're encircled. What happened? Why is the Junker here? Did I move it there? Complete confusion. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Go away. I forget my last artillery piece. It had so good camouflage. Ta-da! Okay, so I have an artillery with 2, and it is the one with the double shot hero, of course. Okay, bye.